So if you're looking to make your first bit of money online, this video is for you. What I'm going to go over today and what I want to teach you is how to make €100 or about $100 online as a beginner. If you've been following me for a while or you've seen some of my other videos, you'll see that what I talk about a lot is social media marketing, and more specifically running a social media marketing agency, okay? But today's video is slightly different because what we're going to focus on is freelancing. So in my eyes, the way to get started is freelancing, and then the way to have a long-term success with making money online is social media marketing agency. Okay, so that's the way I look at it. You start off with freelancing, you get a few clients, you start making a bit of money, and then you transition into the agency model. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to focus on getting started. Starting off with freelancing and making your first bit of cash online. So my laptop is going to magically appear in about 3 seconds. So we're going to hop in there, but before we do that, please do go down below, smash the subscribe button and pound the like button, and I'll see you in there. Okay guys, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at what do we offer, right? If you want to start freelancing, you have to have something to offer. You have to have a service that you can offer, okay? So your first step here is going to be to find that service, okay? So when you're looking at services, right, obviously a very easy thing to do is go over to Upwork, right? Look through what is doing well on there. Look through the services, see what is selling, see what people want, what people will pay a lot of money for, and maybe see if you can potentially recreate a similar service. Okay, so I've got a couple of tips for you here on how you can pick a good service. So this is going to be tip number one, is go to Upwork, see what is there, right? Find something that has a good amount of money, like that people pay a decent amount of money for, and something that not everybody is doing, right? So find something that, you know, not absolutely everyone is doing, and something that's a little bit unique. So the second thing I would say when you're looking at a service is, yes, try and pick something unique, but realistically, nearly every service is being done out there by freelancers. So something I like to advise people to do is to find something that can't just be done by anyone, okay? So we're gonna avoid certain services, right? So we're gonna avoid things like being a virtual assistant. Okay, so virtual assistants, you know, it's essentially being an assistant and doing admin tasks, and ultimately people in the Philippines are charging a couple dollars per hour for this. So you don't want to compete with people like these. You want to compete on something that's a little bit higher skilled and something that you can obviously charge way more money for, right? That's the key part here, okay? Now, when you've got yourself a service, let's say you're gonna go with a couple examples here. Copywriting, okay? That's something that you're not really going to find a lot of people doing in the Philippines or other lower cost areas. So copywriting is a very good one. Anything to do with advertising, such as Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, etc. Now, those are a little bit more advanced. You know, you need to spend money on ads, whereas copywriting is something you can definitely practice for free, okay? Still not completely easy, but it's definitely easier than advertising, okay? Social media marketing. Obviously, we would have to talk about that. It wouldn't be one of my videos if we didn't. So obviously, social media marketing, look, you can offer something like social media management, which is very, very easy to do. Anyone can essentially do that. So you might go a step further and you might go with content creation, right? So creating content for people, you know, you can use things like canva.com, unsplash.com to get free content that you can just repurpose for your clients. Okay, so look at things like this. Again, looking at this kind of framework we've got here. So can I charge money, and then is it something that is unique, that it's not something like a virtual assistant or an admin person, right? Now, when you're starting off, you're going to notice that people on Upwork have reviews, people have lots of social proof. You're not going to have any of that. So ultimately what you've got to do is you've got to take a hit, right? So you're going to take a hit. You're not going to start off charging €40 per hour or €20 per hour. You're going to start off lower. You can obviously start at that rate, but are you going to sign clients? Probably not. So I would say start low. Start below or on average to about minimum wage, right? Now I know people are seeing that and they're like, I want to get rich. Why am I going to start doing stuff for minimum wage? But there's a very strategic purpose for this. What we're aiming to do is that this is going to give us reviews. People are going to go with us because we're slightly cheaper than most people, say, in Europe or most people in the States, right? We're going to do that. We're going to give them a good service. We're going to get good reviews from that, and we're going to build up our social proof. These are incredibly important. Like, so when I'm hiring on Upwork, I will always look for social proof, I'll look for reviews, and I'll look for testimonials. So to play the Upwork game or another freelancer website, you have to have these things. So when you're starting off, you've got to go low. Go low, €10, maybe even less if you can, and get your social proof, right? Now, another way of doing things is that you could actually do free trials, okay? Now, I don't always recommend free trials because if someone pays you, or you do something for free, okay? You do something for free and you do a great service. And then the next month you say to the person, look, actually I'm going to charge you money now. And even if you do the exact same service, their idea of what the work is going to be distorted. So they're used to getting something for free, and then you got to pay for it. Think of when you're hit with a free trial. So when I get a free trial, I'm like, amazing, it's a free trial, I don't have to pay. And 9 times out of 10, I don't pay for the service afterwards. All right, I'm like, no, I've had enough of this, or I just don't want to pay for it. I don't see the value. So free trials, I wouldn't always depend on them, but if you are not getting anybody hiring you, it's worth a shot, where you do essentially a bit of work for free, or you do it on a really, really low rate. So they might pay you like €1 per hour, like really, really low, just so you can clock it in on Upwork as a job and you can get some, again, reviews and social proof going, okay? So let's just recap on that really quick. So first step is to get your service, right? So let me just change my pen here. So we want to get a service, right? So doing this on Upwork is obviously very, very straightforward. You can do this on other sites like freelancer.com, and there's a few other ones out there, all right? So this is going to be the most important part. If we don't have a service, we don't have anything really, right? So again, look at stuff that you can get cash for, all right? We don't want something that is going to be a virtual assistant or an admin or anything like this, because anybody can do it, right? And if anybody can do it, it means that people aren't going to pay you a lot of money. So let's avoid that at all costs, okay? Now, one thing I want to note here, right? This is very important. You do not have to use Upwork. Oh, can't spell today. So you do not have to get clients with Upwork. As I have mentioned, it is difficult when you don't have reviews, you don't have social proof, and you got to go really low. So it can be very difficult. And this is not the route what I did. I did not do this Upwork route. What I did was completely different. I took a service, so I found myself a service, and instead of going to Upwork, what I did was I went direct. I went directly to businesses, okay? Now, this is slightly more advanced because you have to be good at sending cold emails and sending pitches to businesses. If you want to do this and you want to go down this route, because in my opinion, it's a little bit easier. It's easier, but it's a little bit more complicated, all right? I do have templates. I do have emails and DMs and scripts that you can use, that I can give to you, and they're in my guide. So you can see the link to that in the first link in the description. So definitely check that out if you are interested, okay? So step number 2 now, we've got our service, is we've got to find a niche, all right? So we've got to find a specific type of person that we want to offer this service to, all right? So for example, when I started off with fitness influencers. And the reason I did that was because I knew what they did, I knew how they made money, and I knew how to make them more money, right? So you want to pick a niche that you know a lot about, right? So if you're really into supplements or fitness, it's a great niche for you. But if you're into skincare or you're into self-care, go down one of those niches, right? Pick something you're passionate about and something that, people have money in, right? So what I essentially did, was I helped them with their marketing, right? So I helped fitness influencers make more money. So that was my key offer. So I wasn't saying, I'll build you a website. I wasn't saying, I'm going to get you more followers, or like, I'm going to create you a lovely piece of content. What I was saying was, I'm going to make you more money. And how I did that was through a whole load of things, So I made some content for their Instagram page. I improved their ads that they were running on Facebook. And I also built sales funnels, right? So basically improved websites. That's what I did, right? So a whole lot of things. Now, I don't recommend you doing all of this, but I recommend coming up with something that can make someone more money. It's very, very attractive when you can say, look, I can actually make you more money with this, or with this, or with this. Whereas if you just say I can do this, they get turned off. So again, with your niche, you want to know a lot about it, right? And you want to be passionate, because when you're passionate, you can connect to people, right? You can, make those connections, and you can sell people a lot easier. Now the third thing is the most important. We've got to get ourselves some clients, all right? I spelled clients wrong. All right, so we got to get some clients. Okay, this is obviously the most important. This is the lifeblood of your freelance business, right? So again, tons of ways you can do this, okay? We mentioned the first way, Upwork. Very straightforward. Set up a profile, find a service, do some free trials or low paid jobs, get some reviews, get some social proof, and keep going, okay? Now the problem here is that Upwork, it's hard to get accepted. So if you don't get accepted to Upwork, what you can do is I'm going to give you 3 other ways, right? So one is you're going to do outreach, right? So you're actually going to email people or brands directly. You're going to DM them on IG, Instagram for you old folk, and you're going to do that, right? So a bit of a different approach. Now, another tactic, you can look at job postings, right? So let's say you want to do social media marketing. You go onto Facebook and you type in the job, go into the jobs area and look for social media marketing, right? So you can also do this on, LinkedIn is one thing, but also Indeed.ie, right? People are posting jobs. So if someone posted, oh, I need a social media marketer, and you offer it, why not pitch them on a monthly retainer of maybe 1K per month, which is way cheaper than if they were to hire someone full time, and boom, that's an easier sell. And the most important thing, right, so I'm giving you 3 here, and the most important thing is that you practice sales, right? So sales, if you can get good at sales and you can sell your service, you will be sorted in online business. You will never not make money if you can do this well. So sales is what you want to be focusing on all of the time. And the last thing, just to round it all up, like we said, was we're going to start with freelancing, right? You're going to pick a service. We're going to pick a niche. Most importantly, we're going to get clients. And then, you know what we're going to do? We are going to transition. We are going to go to the agency model, right? So essentially with the agency model, what you want to do here is when you've got a couple of clients, when you've got maybe 2 to 3 freelance clients, consistent, right? So not just a client that pays you once and never comes to you again. Once you've got a couple of these a month, you got a bit of cash flow, right? So you got some cash coming in, we're going to move to the agency model, right? So what we're going to do here now is we're going to keep doing this thing. We're going to keep getting clients, keep getting new clients, but we want to scale it up. So instead of just having 2 or 3 clients, we want to have 5 clients, okay, or more. So the way in which you do that is you can check out my other videos on more details on how to start a social media marketing agency, but it's very, very simple. In theory, what you do is you keep doing what you're doing, plus you add in some extra things. You hire someone, right? So you actually now hire a freelancer. So again, this is only applicable when you've got a couple of clients, right? So you obviously don't hire someone if you've only got 1 client, it doesn't make sense. So you hire someone and you build a team. All right, okay, that was the weirdest B I've ever wrote, but yeah, you build a team. So to recap, right, that is it. We scroll back up here, we see we got to get our service. Take notes on this, we're going to avoid this, we want to focus on this, we want to make sure we get these reviews and social proof. And if you don't get accepted on Upwork, you can go direct to businesses. You can do what I did. Focus on your niche, make sure it's something you know a lot about and you're passionate about, and offer this. You make someone more money, or you save them time, or you do something like that. You don't offer them content, you offer them this with the hope of this. Or you offer them this by doing this, right? That's how we play the game. Now we're going to get clients. Again, here's 3 ways you can do it. Upwork, it works. Outreach, that definitely works, is what I've always done. And then the job posting, that's also worked as well. And then lastly, we are going to switch over, go from freelancing to the agency model. Alright guys, so if you found that useful and you liked my little drawings on the whiteboard, that is all thanks to my little tablet here, so shout out to that. But if you did enjoy, please do let me know, because I'm really trying to get a gauge of what kind of content you guys are actually liking from me. Is it these more walkthrough videos, or is it just me sitting down talking to the camera? I would love to hear your feedback. Please do let me know below. And as mentioned in the video, if you want to go down that route of going direct to business owners, finding them maybe on Instagram or finding them on Google and emailing them or DMing them directly, I can definitely help you out with that. DM me on Instagram if you need some extra help, or if you want me to look over the scripts that you have right now. Or like I mentioned in the video, I do have a guide, okay? So I have templates, I have scripts, I have messages that you can copy and paste and use, and they're what I use to get clients. So these are the scripts and the messages that I use and my students use to get clients, so I know they work. So if you want to get your hands on them, let me know. Link is in the description. And apart from that, I will see you in the next video. Again, let me know what you think of this type of video. Do you like it? Do you not? And apart from that, have a good day, and I will speak to you soon.